Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I've just come home from my mother's to do this get ready with me, so I'm gonna quickly get into it. So we're using Covergirl Simply Ageless Skin Blurring Serum. It's been a while since it's been about a week since I did a longer form content video. So today, rather than going live stream, I thought I would do a long form content. And also, I haven't figured out what the issue is. If you in my live streams, you'll know that I've had an issue with Jane. I accidentally kicked her out. I had a troll in, and she must have left a comment underneath. And I accidentally kicked her out. I thought I'd sorted it out. It appears not, because she's leaving. She can leave comments, but we can't see them. Too much came out that time, and I'll have to go out again in the rain. Great stuff. Okay, so we've got that on. There's really not a lot left. I might have to cut into that. I don't normally cut into my serums, my tints, but I've only got one more after this. And I would like that to get me into the new year. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll have to go out and buy a new one, but we'll see. We'll see where we are with that one. There was only about half left of this when I brought it in anyway. Right, I'll go in with the Covergirl, sorry, it's not Covergirl, New Look Glow Highlighter Stick. And again, there's not much left. There's literally that. We're on the plastic now. I need to get a couple of pots, because when I'm putting it on the skin here like this, I can feel the plastic on my face. It doesn't hurt or anything, but I know there's a lot more than that in there. I know there is, and I want to use every last drop. So once I put it in a pot, I can then just get a brush and put it on to my face directly. Right, then we're going to go in with the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac in the shade 10 Ultra Fair. Right, so before I put that on the face, I'm going to go in with some of this Face Facts Vitamin C Facial Mist. There's not much left in this. It's just coming out in bits now. So let's put it on. I don't use a lot of this foundation. This is why it's still going now. I've been using it for months. I would have thought at this point I would have used it up. Probably got another 2 months with it, realistically. I can remember watching Caitlin Costello's video, and she said hers lasted 6 months. And she also said she didn't like the foundation, but it was too light on her skin. It's not really that light on my skin. Caitlin was saying that she mixed hers, so of course it's going to last that little bit longer. And now the fireworks are going off. Of course they are. Even though Bonfire Night / Guy Fawkes Night was, what month were we in? November. There was 5th of November. But people do it for birthdays in the pub. The pub is just at the back of me. This is one of the reasons I don't come home till late. Because I don't want to hear fireworks going off every 5 minutes. Or every 2 minutes as they go off. Right, so I'm going to go in with the Glossier Stretch Concealer in G12. Doing quite well with this. This time I'm going in with the Mange brush that looks like that. I'm not too sure if this is a concealer brush anyway. And I only put concealer underneath my eye here. I don't do it here. I don't feel like I need it there. And this is why this one is lasting me ages. We will put some on the eyelids though. You can't really see it through this camera. I don't know why you can't see it. I think it's recording in HD. I don't know how to turn that off. It might not be, but doesn't record like my iPhone records, that's for sure. So, got that on there. I'm not going to show you the progress of anything that I'm using in Project Pan, and that's in Project Pan, because I'm going to be doing updates and be able to tell you how many times I've used them, hopefully. I've not been writing them all down, so hopefully I'll remember how many times I've been using things. Then we'll go and do brows. All I do for my brows is literally brush them up. They don't need anything more than that. I was actually in Boots looking at brow products. I was looking at NYX and their brow products. I think it's Decay, is it? I was looking at that and it's like quite expensive, so I just went over to 17 and I was kind of like testing things on the back of my hand. And this woman came over. She worked on the benefit counter, and she said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "I'm actually looking for a brow gel." And I don't know why I was looking for a brow gel. These are dark enough for me. I don't need brow gel running through them. But I would have liked one with fibres in it. And I know Essence do one with fibres in it. So maybe next time I'm in Manchester, I will. And she said, "Well, have you tried Benefit before?" And I said, "Yeah, but they're too expensive. This time of year is not the time to be splurging on Benefit." And she asked me about twice. And I said, "No, I've already said no. I don't want to come across as rude, but I've already said no, I'm not going to be buying anything from Benefit." I went, "Oh, okay," and walked off. Right, fine. That's fine. I said, "I can have a look around and, you know, get my own brow product." And I put it back. It was a collection brow product. It was called Incredibrow. It sounded amazing, but this is as dark as I want them to be. So when the brow tints come out, I might try it. And then I also went to Elf as well. Their brow pencils have gone up something rotten. They're like £5, and £5 not a lot, I know that, for a brow pencil. I'm sure I only paid £3 last time I got it. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent about drugstore makeup price products, and you're not here for that. You're here to watch me do makeup. So, next product. No, powder is the next product. Okay, so let's go in with the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 10. This is in my Project 10 uses, and I know I've already used it more than 10 times. I tend to just go under the eye area and through the T-zone with this. Just because I've got a finishing powder that I like to use at the end. And I wasn't sure if I was even going to keep. My friend Lisa bought it for me. I don't like throwing things out that my friends have bought for me, so I will keep it, will use it up. Whatever you buy, I'm not sure that I would have got enough powders to last a lifetime. So, yeah, using that one up. In fact, what I think I'm going to do with that powder, rather than put it back when I've used it 10 times, because that's the whole idea of Project 10 uses, right? Use product. So I'll leave it out next shop my stash, and I'll keep using it until it's completely gone out of my collection, and then we'll pull another powder in. So I think that's what I'm going to do with powders. Kind of a rotating powder project pan, if that's even a thing. I don't know if that's a thing with powders, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Right, next thing, I'm going to go in with the Sephora Cream Contour Stick, if any will even come out, because same thing here. We're working on plastic now, guys. I don't think any's going to come out of that. Maybe we could do it on a brush. Right, so this brush would probably work. It's just going to take longer to put on my big face. Right, so we'll start off on the cheek area. That needs a bit more, that's for sure. Yeah, I need to depot it. Or we could just do this and it just take longer. Get some on the neck. What do you guys do, you panners? When you reach the plastic, like I've reached the plastic, do you call it done? Or do you depot it and put it into a pot? Now, the panners I've watched would probably do what I'm doing, but I know some people don't do that. Because it's a bit of a faff. Okay, well, that worked. And I found this brush. I absolutely love this brush for contour, so we'll go here first. I've not used bronzer in a couple of days. We'll have to do bronzer in a minute. Normally it's either contour or bronzer for me, not both. But the bronzer is 10 uses as well, because I don't know if I'm going to keep it. Where are all these baby hairs coming from? Let me get a drink, guys. It's thirsty work, this. It's a bronzer. It's a Rare Beauty. Yeah, it's Rare Beauty, isn't it? Rare Beauty in the shade Bright Side. We'll just go a bit lower down with this product, so a bit higher up here. Put some on the nose. I like doing it here because it gives the appearance of a thicker lip. Not that I need a thick lip. I really don't know how many times I've used it. And all the Project 10 Uses update is due any day now. So tonight when I get back from my mum's, because I'm not going to have time to do it now, I don't think, is I'm going to have to figure that out. If I have to go into my videos, I'll go into my videos. Right, now I'm going in with this Revlon Skin Light. It's in the shade Can... I can't even speak. It's in the shade Can's Tan, or Can Tan. It's in 002. Doesn't even look like I've touched it. I thought I'd be decluttering this one for sure. But every time I use it, I'm like, that actually looks quite nice. But I feel like I need to declutter bronzer. Bronzer isn't the biggest category I've got, but also I've got all kinds of different shades of bronzer. So for blush, I'm going to go into the magnetic palette that I've curated. And it has to stay neutral, so I'm going to go in with the Tanya Burr blush, because these are the ones that because I know what eyeshadow look I'm going for today. Oh, that's pretty. That is so pretty. I thought for sure as well I would be decluttering the Tanya Burr Peach Blush. I'm not going to. I'm just blending it out. It just looks really, really nice. I don't like peach blush on me, to be honest. I used to love it. That's all I would wear. But this look, this peach blush, yes please. And now we're going in with the Colourpop Supershock in Lunch Money. Oh, it's crumbling. See, when this pot's gone, I could probably use this pot for the contour or the highlighter. And there's really not much left. Which again, I don't want to show you because it's part of the That's Expensive project pan. Right, and then the other one, that's part of the That's Expensive project pan that I've been working on for at least 2 years now. It takes so long to actually finish up one of these, is the M.A.C Soft and Gentle. Let me know, guys, if you've ever finished a M.A.C Soft and Gentle or a M.A.C highlighter. It's beautiful though. Would I actually buy this again? No. There's better highlighters on the market. My favourite highlighter is Cookie by Benefit, but Benefit test on animals, so I won't buy that again, which is unfortunate. And that's all blended and nice. Okay, so we're going to go in with the Huda Beauty Glowish. Again, I'm not showing you because it's project pan, but trust me when I say I'm doing really well with it. I'm happy with the progress. Right, what I want to do now before I do any eyeshadow or anything like that is put this Dalbafir Spray Serum. It's part Dalbafir Spray Serum, like about this much. And then the other part is the M.A.C Beauty Miracle Flawless Setting Spray, which is a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Setting Spray. So I'm just going to shake it up. I did that because it wasn't coming out. It was coming out in like dribs and drabs, the Dalba, and I had splotches on my face, so I just mixed them. And this is such a fine mister. Just because it's a fine mister, you don't need plenty on. A little bit goes a long way. It's really, really nice. I think once I've used all this setting spray, I think what I'll do is just use this bottle going forward. I think it's a nice bottle. I've tried getting some eyeshadow base out of here. It's just not for coming, so we're going to call that done. I'm going to leave it in here and we'll talk about that as we get to empties. I'm going to leave that in the little basket here and we'll talk about that nearer the time. So, I mean, I've got concealer on, so I just need to make sure that's okay, and we can put some powder over it. So the powder is just the usual one I go in with, which is this, which I'm nearly out of. Okay, for eyeshadow, I want to go in with this beautiful palette. This was actually a Valentine's Day release from P. Louise. So this is the Fall in Love with P. Louise. It's got 3 sections, which I'll show you now. I'm only using probably one section. Maybe I'll use some of the other shades as well. The section that I want to dig into is this. Actually, I might do 2 looks with this because it's got 2 shimmers, 2 mattes, and then it's got these darker shades here. I know I won't be using this shade. I'll be doing 2 looks with it. I'm really not sure what I want to do today. I wouldn't mind actually working with this shimmer. So let's get some brushes. Right, you know what? All my brushes that are out need a wash, so I'm just going to go into the brand new clean set of brushes. Okay, so we're going to start off with this Primark brush I've got. I just absolutely love these brushes, but I don't think they sell them anymore. The lightest shade in this palette is from this Got Me Falling Deeply quad, so I guess we're going to have to go in with that. I need a mirror. Okay, let's get started. So I normally just start off here. I can see the purple veins, so that concealer really hasn't covered it a lot. Just have to do the best we can, won't we? That's actually quite nice. It's not showing up on camera though, as I'm seeing it through the mirror. Which hopefully we'll be able to create a nice look still. So now we're going into the start of something new. We're going with this one here. This palette is just shocking to me. I mean, I have used it. I'm not, but I've not used it a lot. I only used it probably probably did 4 looks with it when I got it. And I would definitely say, like, to me, speaking to you, if you said, oh, well, I don't really want to go out and buy new palettes all the time, and if you're a content creator, you don't have to, just dive into your collection and use some of the older palettes that you've not used in a while. That's what I'm planning on doing going forward. And also, it will tell me if I want to keep or declutter them. Just want to flick that up a bit. Okay, so this dark brown, I think I want to put it on the lash line. So we can put it on the bottom lash line and also on the lash line there. Let me just get the glitter glue. Right, so I put the Technique glitter primer on. You don't really need to see me doing that, it's just glitter primer. So I think before I put the eyeshadow down on the lash line, I think I'm going to go into the shade again. It's just a powder. Just blend it up here. And this will sort out if you've gone too far up there. There's no reason or rhyme, is there, to how far that you need to go up with eyeshadow. Go as far as you feel comfortable with. I mean, some people would go up here and just leave a bit of space, because I do have quite a lot of space between here and here now, but I don't think I'm gonna go up further than that. Okay. Right, so that dark brown, if this is too dark, it's certainly not the darkest shade in the palette. I would say this one is, but I'm not using pinks today. And yeah, if that's too dark, then we can go in with this one as well. But I don't think it will be too dark. No, I don't think it is. There we go, that's nice. Right. Yeah, I think I will use this one. This one has definitely had the most use, you can see it. So it's like I'm sure I've got a shade like this in one of my Colourpop palettes. It's like a peachy gold, I would say. The glue's a bit tacky still. That's an issue when you come to use glitter primers, glitter glues. They do stay pretty tacky. Oh, look at that though. That makes so much difference to how that eye looks. It's just stunning. This could be a 5-minute on the go palette, you know, because you're only working with quads. I mean, if you want to go into the other quad, you can do that as well, like I have. P. Louise do a lot of lovely palettes. I don't have a problem with the makeup per se. I have a problem with the customer service. They don't do anything when a package doesn't turn up. They don't contact Royal Mail, so you're left to do it all yourself. And obviously, if you're an international customer, you know, that's going to cost a fortune. So I just don't buy from the company anymore. I've not bought from them in, I think, 2 years now. Right, let's try and put some of this on the lash line. Just that dark brown shade I went in with. They don't have individual shades, so I mean, I will show you it again. This isn't really making a difference. Should have gone in with that more maroon shade from the other quad. I'll know that for tomorrow. Like, you can see the dark brown down here, but on the lash line where the eyeshadow is, you can't. That'll have to do. Right, let's go in with the Essence, the False Lashes, Extreme Volume and Curl. I'm actually coming round to the idea of liking this. I mean, it's still incredibly wet, which I don't understand why it is, because I got this in March. Realistically, it should be ready for me to throw out, but I'm using it because it's not dry. I always think mascara is the most boring thing of actually watching a video. I don't really care for it when people put mascara on. I'm always 2 times zooming it. I mean, I like the end result of mascara, don't get me wrong. Like when you can see, this looks flat compared to that. You can see the result. But it's just the amount of time that people take to put mascara on it. I don't think it's needed. Like, I just go like that and then that's the end of it. Each to their own though. And then foundation, I feel like, is a task that I don't really like doing as well. Eyeshadow though, I could do that over and over and over again. That is just looking beautiful now. Right, so I got some Profusion lip oils and like lipstick, which are like the Tarte Maracuja lipsticks, and lip liners last year for Christmas. I don't think I want to keep them. So I put 2 lipsticks and 2 lip liners in the basket. I think I want to check this out today. Right, so I think this is the one I like the most. That one. Does it even tell me what shade it is? Probably not. Profusion Lip Plump. Oh, Petunia. And is this Petunia lip liner? No, that's Rose. Do we have a Petunia lip liner? No. I want to use... So, with the lip liners, it was Rose and Mauve that came in. So, I want to use this. Might not go, but we don't really care, do we? It's not like I'm going out on a hot date. Yeah, this is way too dark. I've overlined. Darn it. Can I do something? Because I've overlined. I hate overlined lips. There's nothing worse. Right, let's try this. You can definitely smell the mint on these. That actually doesn't look too bad. At first I was a little bit scared that it was going to look like clown lips because I overlined a little bit on this side. And then this was darker. I know it's a trend to go in with a dark lip liner, like a dark brown lip liner, and a very, very pale concealer lipstick, but that's not me. It's never been me. I just wanted to try these two together just to see if I want to keep them. At this point, they look nice, so I think I will. So tomorrow, I think I'll try the other two out, and we'll see what we think about those. But for now, stomach, stop it. That's the look. I really, really like the way it looks. Thank you for joining me. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and introduce yourself in the comments. I would love to get chatting with you, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.